Hello and welcome. This is a special presentation here on NDTV 24/7. The day is finally here and the countdown is almost over in just about an hour from now. The biggest rivalry in the world of cricket, it takes center stage. India versus Pakistan, round
two of the battle, yes.
Round two. But this clash, it is not just about runs and wickets, because it never is. The tension has already spilled beyond the boundary ropes, from the no handshake gate to threats of a mid-tournament boycott by Pakistan, from their refusal to face the media to the war of words raging off the field. This is a contest that is already charged with drama before even a ball is bowled.
Yes, and it is match day on NDTV 24/7, and this is the match that makes it a super Sunday for all of you. It's India versus Pakistan round 2. Last Sunday, India beat Pakistan by 7 wickets. In fact, Pakistan has not won the last 6 matches against India. Desperate times ask for desperate measures, don't they?
Absolutely.
Osama? And we shall talk about those, and also how Shubman Gill as well as Abhishek Sharma went into a tinkering lab when the world was not watching.
In fact, on the show, we build up to what promises to be another blockbuster. Can India hold their unbeaten streak? Can Pakistan rise above the chaos and deliver on the pitch? And what does this mean beyond cricket? And we'll try and decode what exactly he meant by cutting out the noise. Joining us as usual, Nikhil Chopra, former India cricketer, joining us on the broadcast at this moment. We'll also be joined by former India captain Azharuddin in just a short while from now. We also will be joined by NDTV's own Boria Majumdar. Nikhil bhai, to you first. We heard what Surya said. You heard what Sky said about cutting out the noise. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, it gets really tough. You know, those are days when we played in the late 90s and the 2000s, early 2000s. We didn't have the pressure of social media. I mean, you could literally, like he said, switch off your phone at that moment in time. Don't listen to news, or don't switch on the television, and you could probably shut out that noise, but not today. Because you've got social media. As soon as you switch on your phones, there are notifications coming. Like he also said, friends, family, they want to know exactly, try and get inside your head as well, want to know what's happening. It gets much tougher, but then at the end of the day, these guys are all professionals. They know how to get into the zone 24 hours prior to the game as well. And just think about their processes, not being looking to control their result, and things will fall in place. I mean, that's why these are world-beating professional players and match winners.
Nikhil, good evening. Desperate time asks for desperate measures, and I believe one of the desperate measures that we saw from the Pakistan cricket team was having their board chairman in the middle at the practice session a day ahead of the match. First, what did you understand of that whole scene, Mohsin Naqvi meeting the team? Was he there as the Asian Cricket Council boss, PCB boss, or Pakistan's interior minister? In what role was he there?
I don't think he was there as the ACC head. I think it's more as the head of the Pakistan Cricket Board, and of course, you know, it's a celebrated post that Pakistan Cricket Board chief is also, at the end of the day, a politician as well. So this is his opportunity to try and tell the world that he's also a politician from Pakistan as well. But to be honest, in between the side and with what's happened in the last 1 week or so, Rika, I don't know how the players would be looking to take it. I hope from his side, so that we get probably a more competitive sort of game. His presence will not add to the pressure. And I mean, if it does, I guess Salman Agha will have to go out there and look to lead from the front to try and make sure that dressing room is calm, and maybe Mike Hassan does whatever he possibly can do to take some of the pressure off the guys as well. Because not too long ago, if you remember that game, I think it was against Oman or UAE, where Pakistan were going to play, then not going to play, then that whole game was delayed. So probably trying to just tell them, forget about that game at the end of the day, for them to keep on going in the tournament. This is a big game for them.
So Nikhil, you are saying that this is not going to add pressure on Pakistan, but we heard yesterday that the Pak team has got a mind doctor ahead of the game to be able to deal with the pressure of
I'm
this
saying that
high-profile
his
client?
presence will add more pressure to the team. Make no mistake about it. Until unless he comes up and says, listen guys, go out there and do your best and forget about the result. Then that's a different case and scenario.
You know, I just want to add to that question. You know, there has been so much talk around the India-Pakistan match, the first match and after that match, before this particular match. You know, there were no handshakes, there were boycott threats, etc., etc. We understand that these players, you know, there are going to be a lot of people talking to these players, guiding them, telling them what exactly to do and what not to do. But, you know, for somebody who has been there in the dressing room, Nikhil bhai, how does it affect the players? And I want to understand, how does it affect the Pakistan players more in this particular case?
Well, you know, we all know, and we've been saying this right from the start of the Asia Cup, that the Pakistan team is going through that transition phase. If you look at the number of match winners that they've got vis-a-vis Team India, you probably barely see one or two even on their best day. So they have pressure in any case. When you're playing international cricket, and especially in such a high, you know, emotional game, high voltage game, you need some experience to actually how to shut out that noise, and how do you feed the energy from maybe 30,000 people sitting in the Dubai International Stadium. You know, those are things, those are experiences that count as well. So make no mistake, I guess every single player in that Pakistan dressing room will be feeling the heat and would be under pressure. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah. Let's also get in Boria Majumdar into the conversation. Boria is there getting us all the details from the ground itself. Boria, you know, there has been, like I said, a lot of conversation around this particular match. What I want to understand from you is this far more than a cricket match that is being played out in Dubai between India and Pakistan at this point of time?
Absolutely. There's no question that this is far more than a cricket match that's being played out there. If you see the entire build-up against the backdrop of what has happened, Pakistan getting beaten comprehensively, the whole handshake gate controversy, Pakistan's lies against Andy Pycroft getting exposed, then their entire frustration building, they wanted to withdraw from the Asia Cup, they wanted Andy Pycroft to be thrown out, thereafter they went and leaked that video of that meeting with Andy Pycroft, and thereafter this particular game when their board chief or the ACC chief lands up in their practice. This is not a normal cricket game. It cannot be a normal cricket game. Dubai police sends multiple security advisories. You cannot take the flags. You cannot take a camera, the flag handle. You cannot take the shank. For example, I'm giving Sudhir's example. He actually keeps his shank in my car. Every time he goes in, he keeps his shank in my car. Nothing is allowed. So you understand that the entire atmosphere, it's like a volcano waiting to erupt. It is not a cricket game. Everyone is tense. Everyone is tense that this match should just get over. Something untoward should not happen.
Boria, we do understand that you're in the middle of the cauldron, you're picking up a lot of noise, but what do you think of Mohsin Naqvi's visit to the Pakistani camp just a day ahead of the match?
I said this on my show yesterday, I said it on NDTV also. I don't think Mohsin Naqvi coming to the Pakistan press conference, Pakistan practice rather, sends the right signal. It doesn't, and I'll explain why. Which Mohsin Naqvi was there? Past PCB chief Mohsin Naqvi, ACC chairman Mohsin Naqvi, Home Minister Mohsin Naqvi. If it was the PCB chief, it's okay. But if it's with the ACC chief, then India was also practicing there. Was a message sent to India that the ACC chief has come and he's come here to greet Pakistan? Will he greet India? Whether India would want to meet him or not is a different matter. But had he come as ACC chief, should he have sent that message is the question. Coming to the Pakistan practice, he went and met the players. We all always keep saying it, and it's not me saying, that you try and insulate the players from the pressure. You keep cocoon themselves from the pressure so that the pressure doesn't get to them. Here, Mohsin Naqvi's presence is a clear indication that it's a different cricket game. Will he come ahead of the Bangladesh game? Will he come ahead of the Sri Lanka game? He will not. He has come ahead of an India game against the backdrop of Pakistan having lost to India. So this is clearly an indication that he's put pressure back on Pakistan, and after when he came, Pakistan did not even practice. So you realize that their practice was also wasted because of what happened. So I think it's a jury is out because we have to see how Pakistan plays, but his presence could have just added to the pressure that is already humongous on Pakistan.
Right. I also want to understand because India is pretty much in a comfortable position at this point of time. Right. They have a good team. They on paper, off paper, they have been delivering on the field. everything's going well for India. So the pressure, it is
on Pakistan,
it is actually more on Pakistan at this
Pakistan,
point of time.
yeah,
And is the reason why I want to ask Nikhil bhai on this entire thing. Do you feel that Pakistan will be under more pressure to win this match than India? I mean, of course, when it comes to an India-Pakistan match, every single player there on the field or sitting in the dugout, they would want to win it, either whether it is the Indian players, whether it is the Pakistan players. But at this point of the tournament, with so much noise, will Pakistan be more desperate to win this?
Yeah, without a doubt, Osama. Say, with whatever has happened, if that hadn't happened, in any case, India-Pakistan game, the first thing you automatically think about is trying to control that result. That's one game we want to win. And with the kind of side that they saw India being clinical, winning the game with that sort of margin, and the entire Pakistan team going through their transition phase, and after that series of events with what all has happened, Pakistan, threatening to pull out, then looking to play, getting on the bus, not getting on the bus, and now this time around, of course, you're going to be playing the same team that beat you comprehensively with that sort of margin. So they'll be feeling the heat, and all the more reason they'd be looking to win that game. And that's when you make more mistakes, when you're looking to control the result, when you're looking to get away from your processes. Right. That's when, as an athlete, you make more mistakes in your game. So yeah, to answer your question, they'll be looking to win this game, make no mistake about it.
Go ahead.
Nikhil bhai, just a very short question. Who do you think is going to make more mistakes today?
That's a trick question.
That is a trick question.
Which Pakistani player? I mean, you have a look at the openers. You lose 2 wickets in the power play, then you're always looking to catch up. The 120 ball format is all about fairness cricket, yeah, but it's for different sort of surfaces as well. You haven't identified the kind of surface that you're playing. So I guess maybe out of the top 3 batsmen, you'll see mistakes from at least the top 2.
Okay, lovely.
Since we are discussing about desperate times, or some are desperate times call for desperate measures, we still have Boria on the line with us. Boria, what are the kind of desperate measures you are seeing Pakistan undertake right now?
There's absolutely no debate. They've lost the last 6 games against India. Whether it is the Melbourne T20 when Virat Kohli played the innings of his lifetime, whether it is Asia Cup of 2023, whether it is the Ahmedabad World Cup matches of 2023, whether it is this particular tournament, Pakistan has lost last 6 games against India. So desperate to absolutely. The point is, mentally Pakistan is fragile. Mentally the Indians have an edge. And if India plays to potential, I don't see Pakistan beating India under any circumstances. So it is only about desperation, the presence of Naqvi, the cancellation of the pre-match press conference. Why would you not come and face the media? The addition of a mental psychologist to the team 24 hours in advance. The fact is, however good he is, what impact will he make in 24 hours? Can there be any impact whatsoever? We've also studied our sport. I've done motivational talks. I've done all of this stuff. And I can tell you this, in 24 hours, nothing is possible. So yes, Pakistan is absolutely desperate.
All these motivational talks, when it happens inside the dressing room, and I am pretty sure Nikhil bhai is going to attest to this, when it happens inside the dressing room, it is very different when it comes to these players performing on it. So,
Osama, there was, what we understand, Dr. Rashil, who's the motivational speaker, would have done a lot of one-on-one chat with these guys. And, we know that Indian team has also done ahead of World Cups. They've brought in Mike Horn.
Yep.
They have spoken to, a lot of other very eminent mind doctors. So Pakistan team probably needs at this point of time. And the
more than India for sure.
Definitely. And there are a lot of these young players who are experiencing this pressure cooker situation for the first time.
And a lot of these players are in this position for the very first time, because somebody like,
except for 2 or 3, no one has experienced an India-Pakistan situation before.
The funniest thing is that this has been the situation for any Pakistan team in the last 8-10 years.
True.
Because you always had only 2 or 3 players who have encountered a situation like this, the rest of the team, the entire team, it is brand new to this entire situation. So it becomes a little more difficult.
Fast-paced transition
So
that
it becomes a little more difficult for these players as well.
True. Yes. Also, Nikhil, just trying to understand, do you think India will look at this match as an experiment like the one they did against Pakistan, or because this is the first of the Super 4 matches, or even India would be wanting to go out and make a statement after the happenings of the week?
Well, I guess no experiments, Rika. I can tell you that. Make no mistake, no experiments with this game. Of course, they want to start the Super 4 winning, and Team India would be looking to defend that title, actually going through without losing a single game. I mean, that's the kind of side that this is. You look at not 1 to 11, you look at 1 to 15 with the number of match winners that they've got. And I've said this right from the word go. Guys like Yashasvi missing out, just goes to show the kind of bench strength that we have in our ranks as well. So to answer your question, Team India, Suryakumar Yadav, Gautam Gambhir, none of these guys would be looking to experiment, or none of these guys would be taking this game lightly. They'll be, once again, ruthless, clinical, go out there, look to execute your plans, whatever, for individual players that they've got, and they'll be ruthless. No experiments.
In fact, you know what? Let's also talk about something very interesting that happened before the match, and this special practice session.
Yes, so it was a special practice session yesterday, and Boria was on ground. Boria, coming back to you, Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill went for a special practice session ahead of the match, even though the team's practice was cancelled. What kind of tinkering they may have done ahead of the India-Pakistan match?
See, it is difficult to say what will happen in the game because none of us know that. Having said that, we only talk about preparation and process. We follow that as journalists. And I've got absolutely no qualms in saying that I was delighted to see Shubman Gill come. That is what shows his obsessiveness for excellence. That's what shows his commitment. That's what shows his passion. He did not score in 2 games. UAE, he was not out. But the next of the 2 games, he did not score many runs. Though he played some good shots against Pakistan, the first 2 fours. So he came and he tried to perfect his game against Varun Chakravarthy, against the other bowlers, the net bowlers. That's what as a batter you can do. That's what as a player you can do. You can prepare to perfection and then it's on the day. So in terms of preparation, I was delighted to see what India did yesterday and right through. I think the Indians are well and truly ready. I think they will go back to the team combination of the Pakistan game, not the Oman game. I think they will go back to all of that and they will give their all on this particular day.
Also, Boria, I know that you're getting late for the match, but final question before we let you go. Which teams do you see reach the final? Of course, India is one of those teams that we are expecting to reach the final, but what are the teams that you see reaching the final?
It's an interesting question. Had you asked me yesterday, I've already said this in our NDTV Hindi show, that had you asked me this question yesterday, I would have said it is Sri Lanka with India, along with India, the second team, because Charita Salanka playing well. Sanaja Surya has made a good team out of this. They have some really good players. But after Bangladesh beat Sri Lanka, the whole thing has become wide open. Bangladesh has opened the doors, by the way, to the final. If they win against Pakistan, there's an opportunity. India is the world's #1 cricket team in this format. They are world champions. So if India plays to potential, I will say India, and now any other team can win. And give me the opportunity also to wish all your viewers and everybody Shubha Mohalaya. It is the start of the Durga Puja in Calcutta, start of Devi Pokho, start of the festive season in India. So wish everybody the very best.
Shubha Mohalaya to you too, and happy India-Pakistan match. Nikhil, coming back to what Boria just said about his favourites, even though we are discussing India-Pakistan, your 2 favourites to reach the final. Nikhil, the question is to you.
Yeah, well, of course, one Team India, when I'm saying this with my neck sticking out, that Team India will be looking and will actually go out there and defend their title. To be honest, it could be Bangladesh, it could be Sri Lanka. I'm naming either of the 2 because of what Pakistan team is going through. They'll really need to pull up their socks if they try and make it to the final as well, but it could be either of the sides, whether it's Bangladesh or Sri Lanka for that matter. But to take your question one step ahead, Rika, I think Team India will defend their title as well.
Okay, our colleague Chandan Bhardwaj also joining us at this point of time. And Chandan, where exactly are you? And I'm pretty sure wherever you are, things are going to be like, things will be electric. The atmosphere will be pretty, yeah, because it is an India-Pakistan match. And I'm pretty sure the atmosphere
Sunday
is
fest
absolutely
for India.
lit. Yeah. Chandan, over to you.
Yeah, Osama, right now I'm in Noida, Sector 104, and after the last match which India and Pakistan played in this Asia Cup, the things are a bit heated up after that whole handshake controversy. And by the way, how the Indian team played, they just outclassed Pakistan team. There was no actual competition to the Indian players. Right now, when where we are, it's a place where I can show you from the visuals that people are coming right now to see the match. There's a big screen that is being put up here, and people are assembling. We'll talk to a few people also and try to know what do they think about this match. ये जो match है इंडिया पाकिस्तान का, कैसे इसको आप देख रहे हैं आज वाले को?
Yeah, basically, I'm going to be think that we are going to be win again.
Okay.
We all always, pray for the Indian team.
Who's your favorite player?
We all, all the favorite players are there.
I have a group of Gen Zs sitting with me. I'll try to talk to them whether do they have interest in match or not. Do you know the name of captain who's playing in this match?
I do not, because I do not have any interest in it.
Because you don't have?
Any interest in watching the
You don't
match?
have interest. Any of one of you who likes cricket, who knows? Acha, I have a person, I guess he can speak something about cricket. Can you? So tell me, what do you think about this match?
India should win. Yes,
So you guys are here just for party or to watch the match also?
just for party.
Just for party and chill. So you can see right now, Osama, that since we all know that in Delhi NCR, evenings are a bit late, and since the toss time is about 7:30 and it's about to be, the moment is about to come when the toss will happen. So we'll have to again wait and see who wins the toss. And right now, people are coming at this venue, and after an hour, you can expect this whole place to be filled with supporters cheering for Team India. But as of now, I can tell you that people are pretty much relaxed about this match since the last performance of Team India in the match with the Pakistan. We completely outshined them, and that's why I guess people are a bit relaxed. And since it's a festive season starting from tomorrow also, that's why we see that the buzz of this match on people in Delhi NCR seems to be a bit high like last time.
Chandan, I'm really keen on asking you, can you ask these viewers if they can name 5 Pakistan players from the current Pakistan side? Chandan, any of the fans?
I'll try to walk to another group if. Yeah, wait, I'll try to walk to
maybe
another
the
group and I'll
Pakistan
try to
captain,
talk
if
to
you
them.
know who the
What do they
Pakistan
think
captain
about
is.
this match? I am pretty sure they must not be knowing that. So this India-Pakistan match, what do you think? How it's going to be this match? Will the Indian team perform?
जो आज परफॉर्म करेगी ना टीम बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करेगी उसमें से जो हमारे शुभम गिल हैं हाँ आज सेंचुरी लगेगा उनका हाँ और कुलदीप यादव 4 विकेट लेंगे हाँ मैच हम जीतेंगे और
प्रेडिक्शन आपने पहले ही कर दिया
मैंने प्रेडिक्शन हाँ जी
पाकिस्तान की टीम कंपटीशन देने लायक बची है क्या?
भी नहीं यार बिल्कुल भी नहीं वो तो छोड़ ही दो आप वो पॉसिबल ही नहीं अब कंपटीशन थोड़ी है उनसे अब कोई ना ना जितनी इंडिया को
इसलिए बस भी अब कम होता है इंडिया
कम बिल्कुल यही बात है बिल्कुल ज्यादा पहले वाला क्रेज है ही नहीं अब क्योंकि हार नहीं है उनको आके
अभी तो विराट और रोहित ने रिटायर कर दिया नहीं तो और भी बुरी तरह से हारते अभी तो कुछ भी नहीं है
वकार यूनिस वगैरह हाँ वो सब अच्छे थे लीजेंड थे हाँ जो अब के खिलाड़ी हैं उनमें वो नहीं रहा अब
कोई कंपटीशन
है ही नहीं अब है ही नहीं जो हमारे
आपको क्या लगता है इंडियन टीम जैसे खेल रही है पिछले मैच में
मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि पाकिस्तान के घर वालों के टीवी टूटने वाले हैं
कितने टीवी खरीदेंगे अब तो ये सवाल है कितने ये तो हर मैच में उनका यही हाल है
खरीदते ही रहेंगे कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है बेचारों के पास
कोई ऑप्शन नहीं सो ओसामा you can see all these youngsters those who are here right now to see the match how they are pumped up and they are pretty much convinced that there's no competition in this match at all and India is clearly on a side that has an edge and is clearly going to win this match.
Absolutely, and we're all hoping that India wins this match. But I also have to tell you,
a lot of desperation also because Andy Pycroft is going to be officiating.
Yeah, but
this
I also
match.
have to tell Chandan just a moment that Chandan, that blue jersey looks absolutely fantastic on you.
Yes, it does.
All right, let's also go across to my colleague Anuj Raite, who's joining us from Mumbai. Anuj, take us through what is happening there.
Well, just like last Sunday, even this time around, it's raining quite heavily in Mumbai, but you've still gotten hold of a few people who have found shade here when it has been raining outside. Let's just try and talk to them and understand what is their excitement like. I can counter here. सर आज इंडिया पाकिस्तान का गेम है, पिछले हफ्ते भी हुआ था, क्या आपने फॉलो किया था पिछले हफ्ते जो मैच हुआ? हमने तो
पासवर्ड ही चेंज कर दिया, घर में भी किसी को देखने नहीं दिया, इसलिए हम गार्डन में बैठे हैं।
बिल्कुल, आप मैच बिल्कुल नहीं देखे?
नहीं, जरा भी नहीं।
कोई रीजन सर मैच ना देखने का?
बस पाकिस्तान हमारा बस हमारा दुश्मन है, इसीलिए हम शेरी का गली का क्रिकेट देख लेंगे, पाकिस्तान का नहीं देखेंगे।
अच्छा सर, आप मुझे बताइए कि पिछली मैच जब खत्म हुई, जब इंडिया ने पाकिस्तान को हराया, काफी इम्पैटिक विक्ट्री थी इंडिया की, और उसके बाद इंडियन टीम ने पाकिस्तान टीम के साथ हाथ नहीं मिलाया था, जिसकी वजह से बहुत बड़ा बवाल खड़ा हो गया था। तो आप क्या समझते हैं?
नहीं, सही किया खिलाड़ियों ने। Very quickly and go back to Anuj and get those reactions from Mumbai. But
quickly, let's talk about the bowlers with Nikhil before we let Nikhil go. Nikhil, in the last match, we saw 8 bowlers being used by Team India, and probably Team India will quickly want to forget that match against Oman. Do you think bringing in Varun Chakravarthy and Jasprit Bumrah will be able to restrict Pakistan and will add sheen to Indian bowling?
And just to add to that question, Nikhil bhai, do you think this is
without a doubt.
Just to add to that question, Nikhil bhai, do you think this is the
Jasprit Bumrah as well as Varun Chakravarthy, on that day they'll run away with the game. So of course these two guys would be looking to come back. I guess Arshdeep would be sitting out, so no surprises. They'll go back with the same 11 that they played against Pakistan, and all 5 bowlers that we've got, all quality 5 bowlers, match winners in their own ranks. Whoever has a good day can run away with the game, with the ball.
Before we let you go, what is your toss prediction? And more importantly, if India wins the toss, what should be they doing?
That's an interesting one. I have a feeling with the kind of pressure that Pakistan's got in the previous game, I won't be surprised if India once again says, well, let's just look to chase. I think they'll be looking to bowl first, try and bowl out Pakistan lowish total to put some more pressure, because for Pakistan to be in the game, they'll have to try and bat out of their skins against quality bowling. So I won't be surprised if Suryakumar Yadav, if he wins the toss, he'll be looking to bowl first.
Because the last time around, Pakistan experimented.
Exactly.
It didn't really turn out well for them. We don't know whether they're going to change, if at all they win the toss, whether they are going to change that decision this time around or not. But what I personally feel, that irrespective of whether India wins or loses the toss, because of the kind of team that we have at this moment, I think it's fair to say that it won't really be a problem, or we're hoping that it shouldn't be a problem at this point.
And do you think that we won't see a handshake, but
a handshake or this? I think this it's basically going to be this.
Oh.
India has in fact won the toss. They have opted to bowl first. There are 2 changes in this particular team. Harshit Rana and Arshdeep are out. Varun Chakravarthy and Boom Boom is back in the team. It is the same combination that took on Pakistan in that very first match.
Well, let's go back to Nikhil Chopra. Nikhil, is this on the expected lines that Varun Chakravarthy and Jasprit Bumrah coming back and India bowling after winning the toss?
Yeah, expected. Just before the toss, I think Osama asked me that question, and I said, just to add to that pressure on Pakistan, with the kind of quality that Team India has got, if they go out there, win the toss, bowl first, Pakistan, to be competitive, they realize on that surface, against this quality bowling, they need to get about 160, 170, which is not going to be an easy task. So I think Suryakumar Yadav and the Indian think tank doing the right thing, winning the toss, opting to bowl first, try and bowl out Pakistan early, or even try and restrict them to less than 150 odd runs. So chasing with the kind of quality batting that we've got batting till number 8. So I don't see that as an issue, that they'll be able to chase that score down.
All right. In fact, Nikhil bhai, just to tell this to our audience, this time, the second time around, there were no handshakes before before the match.
It is deliberate, you know.
It is quite deliberate.
This time around, you can't blame it on match referee Andy Pycroft. As Mohammad Azharuddin said in the show yesterday, everything will depend on the instructions that Indian cricket team really gets. And Nikhil, would you say that this is on the lines of the instructions that the players may have got?
I don't know so much, Rika, about the instructions. I think what's happened in the last 5-6 days after that first game versus Pakistan, no handshake. You know what would have been surprising for everybody doing the show today, that if there were handshakes. So this, of course, has been on the expected lines, and even post the game, I don't see those handshakes taking place.
Let's also talk about what Suryakumar Yadav and the Pakistan captain Salman Agha have said. Surya basically said in that interview that yesterday at training, there was a lot of dew which has basically influenced his decision to bowl first. While Salman Agha, he also says that he would have liked to bowl as well. What do you make of that, Nikhil bhai?
Yeah, I guess with 12 overs of spin, 3 spinners that Team India is playing, they're looking to bowl first because they want the they want the spinners to be bowling with a drier ball, and come the dew in the second innings, the ball gets wet, you know, the surface gets better to bat on. A, it'll bind better, and B, when the ball gets slightly wet, thanks to a bit of dew as well, it comes on to the bat much nicer. You can hit through the line of the ball, and the spinners find it really tough to impart any sort of revolutions on the cricket ball. It gets really tough for any spinner, finger spinner or wrist spinner, to control the ball when the seam, the stitching of the cricket ball gets wet. So I think that's why, if they felt that during practice session there was dew, so no real surprises as well.
Thank you very much, Nikhil, for joining us on the broadcast. We're also joined by former Indian physiotherapist John Gloucester, who's been with the Indian cricket team for a considerable number of years. He's also been with Rajasthan Royals. John, thank you very much for being with us on the broadcast this evening. Tell us, now that India is bowling first, what is the kind of run you expect to be on the board?
Great to see you again, guys. Great to be here. You know, first of all, I just want to go back and go over something that I read in the newspaper this morning, which I thought was one of the best pieces of performance advice I'd ever seen, where the skipper said to his boys, shut your doors, shut your phones, and shut your eyes, go to sleep. I just want to take hands off to the skipper for that, because that's probably the best piece of performance advice I've heard from any captain to his team. I know it was before the Pakistan team, but before the Pakistan match, but that should be the same before every game. Anyway, back to the game. Look, as they said, it's going to be very difficult to bowl later on in the evening. The dew does get hit very heavy there. It's 34 degrees, I believe, there at the moment. So very difficult conditions towards the back end of the game. Given that it's going to be dewy at the back end of the game, I think you're going to need a minimum 180 plus to look at any sort of defence. But with the bowling attack that India's got, they've got every base covered from quicks right through to the spinners. And then if you look down that batting order, as you said, to number 8, as Nikhil bhai said, you know, down to number 8, everything's covered. So it's got to be an interesting one from Pakistan's perspective, given the type of tournament that they've had to date. But then again, India last game, a little bit of a shake-up from Oman, but it's made them go back, reevaluate, and obviously think again. But it's going to be a great game.
Right. John, just to add to that question, you spoke about Pakistan, and you spoke about Salman Agha. In his interview, he says that this particular game, it is going to be a new challenge and they want to play good cricket. Mood in the team is normal, is what Salman Agha has said. The mood in the team, is it really normal, or will the players be under a lot of pressure because they've already...
Putting up a brave face.
Putting up a brave face. They've already lost to India in the first encounter and there have been a lot of conversations around this particular match. Will the mood be really normal in the Pakistan camp?
Look, what's gone's gone. That's 5-6 days ago now, the incident that occurred around the handshakes. That's forgotten about. These guys are professional cricketers. They're going to move on pretty quickly. The other thing is India's record against Pakistan is very, very good. So there's going to be no tension around that. These guys, as you know, are pretty familiar with Dubai as well. It's almost like their second home ground, to be honest. So in terms of conditions, they'll be familiar. This is a great challenge. Anybody that comes up and challenges India and takes India on, and if they win, then in that case, it's a significant achievement. So every single one of these players, from the skipper right through to number 11, whether they're batting, whether they're bowling, once you step over that white line, whether it's against Australia, whether it's getting whoever it is, but particularly for this game, you know these guys are going to be 100% switched on. Their preparation's been good. India's preparation's been good. So I actually believe this is going to be a very, very good game.
Well, we are building up to that Super Sunday. John, do stay on with us. Let me cross over to my colleague Anuj Rayate in Mumbai, who has some fans with him. Anuj, what are you picking up from the fans at this hour? Please tell us.
I've found myself here in the Dahisar playground where a few youngsters have joined me, and let me try and talk to them about what they feel about this India-Pakistan fixture, also because it's become quite political to talk about this match, especially here in Mumbai. Sir, सबसे पहले आप मुझे बताइए कि पिछले संडे को जब इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच हुआ था, क्या आपको समय मिला था? मैच देखा था आपने, फॉलो किया था?
नहीं, मैच देखा था, लेकिन वन वे साइड हो गया था, फिर नहीं देखा.
अच्छा, फिर नहीं देखा.
फिर एक इनिंग देखा, दूसरा इनिंग भी आधा देखा, लेकिन मालूम पड़ गया कि इंडिया ही जीतने वाला है. फिर अभी लास्ट 5 ओवर नहीं देखा.
आज सुपर 4 का मैच है, एक तरीके से नॉकआउट के तरीके से भी इस मैच को देखा जा सकता है. कितना इंपॉर्टेंट मानते हैं आप इस मैच को? एज अ फैन आप एक्साइटेड हो या फिर आपको लगता है वापस वन साइड ट्रैफिक रहेगा?
नहीं, ये तो वन साइड ही होने वाला है. इंडिया ही जीतेगा. पाकिस्तान का जीतने का कोई चांस नहीं. पाकिस्तान का 10% चांस है, 90% इंडिया का चांस है विन होने का.
आप बहुत दिनों से इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैचेस देखते आ रहे हो, क्या आपको लगता है कि
तो हम
पहले
सब देखते हैं, इंडिया का देखते हैं, पाकिस्तान का देखते हैं, और कंट्री का भी देखते हैं.
क्या आपको लगता है कि इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैचेस में जो पहले मजा आता था वो भी रहा नहीं, क्योंकि ज्यादा वन साइडेड मैचेस होते रही है?
नहीं, अभी पाकिस्तान का प्लेयरों में कुछ है ही नहीं ताकत.
Anuj, we will of course get back to you at this hour. We have to go over to Dubai, where we are joined by former India captain Mohammad Azharuddin. Azhar bhai, thank you very much for joining us once again on the broadcast. You are in Dubai on ground zero. What are the noises? What is the buzz you are picking up?
Actually, I'm not going for the game. I'm not at the ground, but I'm just doing this show from one of the hotels, because Vimal bhai has taken great pains to come here and set this thing. I'm very happy that I'm able to talk to you all, and then thanks to him, he really worked very hard for this. But I think as far as the noises are concerned, I'm sure the noise is for India only, because India has really done well over the past so many years. In the Asia Cup, we have a great team. Team is full of confidence, and they're very in for this match, and they're going in for a kill.
As well, let's talk about the match. India has won the toss. They have decided to bowl first.
Yes.
Surya said that the dew is quite a factor. They were practicing yesterday. They experienced a lot of dew. Your thoughts on the decision?
No, it's a very good decision. I think it makes a lot of difference when you're playing in the evening when there is dew. It is very hard for the bowlers to hold the ball. The seam gets wet. It's not very easy. So I think whenever there is a dew, when most of the teams, would like to field first, then they take advantage of the dew, because then even if the wicket is turning, or it will not turn because of the dew, because the ball gets wet. So I think it's a very good decision, and I'm sure I think they have thought about it and taken this decision, and I think they're going to definitely do well. I think if India can take 2-3 wickets early, then Pakistan will be again finding themselves in a difficult position.
Azhar bhai, is there anything that India can do differently in this match? Do you think that there is scope for India to improve over what they have done in the tournament, and they would like to test out in this match? This is their first match in the Super 4 stage.
I don't think in this match they will be testing out anything, because I think the way they have played in the last encounter against Pakistan, goes to show that they are in good mettle, and they are in good form, and they're a very happy team. If you see the faces, they're very happy. They know what the job is, because the most important thing is every player in the team knows his place and knows his job, and then he will go and perform the job, because as it is, I don't think they will test anything. but I think we have a very good team, and I sincerely hope that we will get through this game quite easily.
Quick thoughts on Shubman Gill as well. Are you worried about his form? Are you worried about Shubman Gill in this tournament? Because we expect a lot more from somebody like a Shubman Gill. He hasn't really hit the mark yet. But are there any concerns? Are there any thoughts on Shubman Gill's performance till now?
Yes, he's my favorite player. I'm a little bit concerned about the way he's playing. I think the only thing I can see now is, I feel that, he needs to stay more at the wicket. Because I know, both of them are very attacking players. But then if the one player is attacking, I think the other player, needs to stay at the wicket, and then maybe take a few balls, here and there. It's not going to make a difference because they're all great players. They're all very attacking players. So I think I feel that, if he stays more on the wicket, I think he's going to perform well. And I'm hoping that he does well in this game, and it will augur very good for India in the future games as well.
And no changes in the batting order as well, right? No Surya coming in at number 11.
No, I think if he comes at number 11, I think that means we are not playing well.
Because
I think he will play. I don't think there will be any batting changes unless, if there is a problem. If the Pakistan makes a big score, and then if he gets stuck somewhere, maybe sometimes Suryakumar or they will have a left-hand, right-hand combination. But otherwise, I don't see any changes.
Azharbai, Jasprit Bumrah and Varun Chakravarthy coming back into the team, what kind of psychological advantage does it give to Team India now?
No, it was very obvious that they are going to come back, because I think, playing against a weaker team like Oman, they wanted to give chance to other players also, because I think it's a very good idea to give chance to players, because sometimes what happens is a player goes and then sits in all the matches, doesn't get a chance and come back. So that's also not very good. But I'm very happy that both the players have come back, and I'm sure that definitely there is going to be a lot of difference, because when your best players, when your best bowlers come back, the team always wants them there, because they are the one who are going to give results and produce results and get wickets, which is very, very crucial for the team.
Azharbai, when you look at this India side, they have been just so superior in this tournament. But is there any chink in the armor? Do you see there is any flaw in this side at all?
At the moment, I think they're very flawless. Because, if you want to take out flaws, always you want to take the flaws. But once you're playing well, when you're doing well, as long as they don't get overconfident, it might be the only flaw that will, creep in. But otherwise, I think they're outstanding side. I think they're a very, very, very limited flaws, as I said. Maybe I can say flawless.
All right, Azharbai, stay with us. We'll quickly take a very short break. We'll be back as we build up to the second India versus Pakistan encounter in the Asia Cup. Welcome back. We are building up to the big encounter, the second match between India and Pakistan of the Asia Cup 2025. India has won the toss. They'll be bowling first. There were no handshakes. Yet again, we still have former India captain Mohammad Azharuddin there with us. Azharbai, your thoughts on the snub, the handshake snub? There were no handshakes yet again.
Well, it was always going to happen. It will happen after the game also. There's nothing new now. So I think it's become very old. So it's like so whatever it is now, it is there. But I definitely want things to come back and have the more focus on the game rather than on these things. These are things are going to happen. This game and maybe in any future game also. But hopefully, cricket will take the center stage today.
Azharbai, the talk around India-Pakistan has revolved more on what's happened off the field than on it.
Yes.
They have brought in a mind doctor just a day ahead of the game who apparently has spoken one-on-one with all the players. Do you think this one-off conversation with a mind doctor really helps players ahead of a big clash like this?
No, I think maybe for some players, yes, it might affect. But in a one day, psychologist, he can't do much, to be very honest. But I think I am not in favor of the psychologists and all those things, But when you're as an individual, your mind is so strong that means you're not using your mind, because that means you're thinking differently. So I think when you put the mind on the matter, I think that the results will show. But I think why you need somebody else to tell you that you have to do this, do that, when you know that what you're supposed to do. So in one day, I don't think it will really matter a lot. Maybe for some players, yes, it might do. I'm not saying that it is bad, but as far as my concern and whatever I feel is that you don't need anybody to tell you what you want to do when you're playing at that level. Because when you are playing at that level, you're a professional player. You have to play in any condition. You can't keep complaining or saying that giving excuses. Because okay, fine, if you've not played well, say not played well. Everybody has a chance. You can always play well the other day. But then giving excuses, it's not my forte.
A true captain has spoken there.
Absolutely. All right, we are just a couple of minutes away from that big encounter. India, like I said, has won the toss. They'll be bowling first. We'll have to wait and watch how things unfold in this second encounter.
Thank you very much, Azhar Bhai, for joining us on the broadcast.